Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Legal Latino Heat here. I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. I really apologize. It's one of those mornings, but we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God I'm alive. We're alive. We're here. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that little bell. We're about to start in a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We got the suit on today. The sun is bright out today. Gotta be happy we're alive, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta be happy, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get this show started. Hit the theme song, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the theme song, DJ. Let's go. I got a place that all my friends like to go. They like it better here than with their wives back home. It's where they come when they want to get away. Sometimes with the pressures of life, you need to blow off steam late at night in a way that only a man can feel. Down at the man cave, sometimes it gets kind of hot. Why not? Down at the man cave, the walls are around to say, turn that thermostat off. It's my place, so I say it goes. But we like to keep it on the down low. Wouldn't want the word to get around. Cause most people wouldn't understand the real ways of a real man. Well, these days, we're a rare breed. Down in the man cave, sometimes it gets kind of hot and the shirts come off. Down at the man cave, the wives all around will tell us, put them back on. Late at night, early in the morning, every day, a different story at the man cave. The man cave. Another night, another day. So much time wasted away with a man cave. A real man like legal Latino, living life like Evil Knievel. Wouldn't believe all the risks that we had to take. A real man that's proud and brave is taking all the things he craves. And where he gets it from, well, there's just one place. Down at the man cave, sometimes it gets pretty hot. Quite hot. Down at the man cave, the wives are around to say, well, turn that shit off. The man cave. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Legal Latino Heat here. Sorry for being late. Joe Biden was giving out free crack pipes. Sorry that I'm late, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Biden is raising the price of gas. But ladies and gentlemen, the Biden administration is giving out free crack pipes, ladies and gentlemen. What a great administration, right? Oh, Joe Biden, the Democrats, everything they do, right? They seem to ruin it. Where there's green energy, we need to go net zero by 2030. Let's shut down the gas stations. Now gas is about to be $4 everywhere, $5 in California. Good morning, Mr. Crypto. Good morning, Lou and Petty. Good morning, Humble Chili Recipe. Good morning, Kyle White. Good morning, Tina. I hope nobody mistakes the title and is here for the free crack pipes. If you want your free crack pipe, ladies and gentlemen, write a letter to the Biden administration because they're handing out free crack pipes. $30 million, ladies and gentlemen, on crack pipes. Joe Biden's about to spend $30 million on crack pipes. This administration, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about this in New York, how they have these clinics you can go and shoot up. They have them in Harlem and Washington Heights. We talked about this a few episodes ago. Now it's spreading everywhere. You can go get Joe Biden's gonna send you out a free mask and a free crack pipe, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot, ladies and gentlemen. Before we talk about the crack pipes and the fentanyl, forgot, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very important part of the show. Very important part of the show. What, papito? Here comes Ginger. Come on, Ginger. Ladies and gentlemen, before I start talking about crack pipes, we're going to talk about one man, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Black History Month, ladies and gentlemen. We got to remember George Floyd, ladies and gentlemen. Anytime we touch these topics, we got to remember George Floyd, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a moment to remember George Floyd. The man died for all the fentanyl, all the crimes, all the looting that has been going on in America for the past 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. There he goes. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a moment and remember George Floyd. Let's take that moment of silence, ladies and gentlemen. Remember George Floyd, ladies and gentlemen. Put your fist up. Get your lighters up in the air. Let's remember George Floyd, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to wipe our tears away, George Floyd. Thank you, George Floyd. Thank you for dying for the high crimes, 30% in high crime rates. Thank you, George Floyd. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now let's start talking about crack pipes. Now that we got the subject warmed up.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey has got to be the worst dancer.
I think it's a good segue, right, from George Floyd to crack pipes. Let's go. Here we go.
Is the country, some sectors succeeding, others struggling. And Biden, never known for his good instincts, points west and says, I'll have another helping of Seattle. The administration is about to spend $30 million on crack pipes. We're not kidding. His plan gives crack pipes to drug addicts. Why? For racial equity, whatever that means. We're not sure if this was Hunter's idea or Joe's way of getting his cartel partners to trust him. But Seattle actually tried this before, because of course they did, and it failed. It just got more people hooked on crack. Here's what being hooked on crack looks like.
Oh, wow.
Here now, Michael Schellenberger, the author of San Francisco. I mean, so not only did Seattle try this already, but Biden's going to double down, Michael, and do it now for 30 mil? You can't be serious.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I actually didn't really believe it when I first saw it. I had to read through it again, made some phone calls. It's actually true. It's shocking. I can't believe it made it into the federal budget proposal. Somebody's going to have to, this is going to have to come out of it. But you have to understand that if this in the larger context comes in, San Francisco also did this, by the way. And this is coming at a time when we've opened, when New York and San Francisco are now both operating supervised taxpayer-funded drug addiction sites in their downtowns. One's in Harlem, one's in downtown San Francisco.
Right, remember I said Harlem, ladies and gentlemen? We went over the New York one in Harlem. Oh, here comes Ginger, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the narcissistic cat. Always wants attention. Me. Ginger wants all this attention to himself. Me. Every time I do the show, he comes on. This guy, man.
In mostly Black and Latino neighborhoods. This is the worst of coddling culture combined with victim ideology, combined with kind of a hatred of civilization. It's resulted in basically foreign drug cartels controlling a public plaza in San Francisco. It's attracted an open drug scene both inside and outside of this site. So this proposal to actually subsidize and spend money on crack or meth pipes in the name of harm reduction, it's really shocking. I have to say, I have to stop being shocked. I wrote a whole book on this, but I remain kind of flabbergasted that the administration is pursuing this.
Biden's son was on crack. He didn't help him smoke crack as his daddy tried to get him to cut out the crack use. Why would he treat his son differently than the rest of the American population? It doesn't make any sense. You want to treat everybody with love and compassion, not try to get your son off crack and give crack pipes to addicts in Seattle.
Yeah, I think you're pointing to a very real phenomenon, which is that mostly white, mostly left-wing political activists, as politicians, are promoting policies they would never hold with their own kids. They're promoting them for Black and brown people in communities they claim to care about, but they're having a double standard that allows people to
I'm gonna touch up on that, ladies and gentlemen. We talk about that, right? These Democrats, they always say, we're here to help the Black people. We're here to help out the brown people. And yet they make things worse. They don't make things better, right? New York, Black mayor now. You're supposed to, Obama, right? What happened with the Black people? You're supposed to help out the Black people, help out the brown people. Yet you set people back. You brought it in this victim mentality. Oh, I'm Black. I got to be a victim. Slavery. I got to be a victim. Christopher Columbus. Ooh, white supremacies. Ooh, the indigenous. All right, I'm indigenous now, right? Oh, I got to hate Christopher Columbus and the Italians. Ooh, they took over our land. Ooh. History is history. And we're here today because of history. If things didn't happen in the past, we wouldn't be here. But people dwell. They teach you this in school. They dwell on the past. If you're Black, you're oppressed. If you're Black, you got to vote Democrat. If not, you're a sellout. Ladies and gentlemen, and it's the left, right, that's been saying, we're here to help you. We're here to help you. They just ruined it. Now they're giving you free crack pipes. First they gave you welfare, gave us food stamps, unemployment, free this, free that, right? Free college for all, free healthcare for all. That's all Democrats have been pandering for years. Free, 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 free. Right, Kamala?
We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
And then go ahead and ruin America, ladies and gentlemen. Gas is about to go 4 gallons, ladies and gentlemen. $4 a gallon, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Biden killed jobs, and then they create them. They open them back up like it's new jobs.
Main addicts and potentially die.
It's crazy. And, they say, oh, it's not what it sounds like, but we looked into it. They get these little drug kits. Guess what's in the kit? A crack pipe. Thanks, Mike.
Right, you have these celebrities now. They're not counterculture. They're going with the man, right? You got LeBron James hanging out with Hillary Clinton. So we're gonna go to a Cuban immigrant rescue of. So this is the from Lexit. I've seen this guy before, but let's go check him out. He's on Newsmax. I seen him with Pigeon. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, you get away from the pigeon, and you end up on the news. You end up doing better things. Shout out to Lexit. Shout out to Lexit, ladies and gentlemen. Once Lexit got rid of the pigeon, they started doing better things. Shout out to Lexit. Lexit dumped the pigeon. I don't know if you guys remember that.
This is a grant, $30 million. The Biden White House.
Lexit is one of those 109 groups, countries, and cities that kicked out the pigeon. Lexit is one of them. They ceremoniously kicked her out. Can I tell you something, ladies and gentlemen? Rumors say, right, that the pigeon was wheeling him around in the wheelchair just to get into the White House. The only reason Pigeon got into the White House was to be his nurse, wheel him in. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding. Oh, maybe I am kidding you. I don't know. Maybe he's a punchline or a joke or something, but that's what I saw in a post. The only way the pigeon got into the White House was being his nurse.
is going to fund the distribution of crack pipes to drug addicts. And they say it's to advance racial equity. They're actually putting out these smoking kits. Some cities already have them, like Portland. As someone who counsels people who are addicted to drugs, what do you think about that move? And isn't it more of a setback for Latinos and minorities trying to get ahead?
Exactly. When I first seen it, I thought it was a joke. I don't know where the Biden administration is getting their advice from. Maybe Hunter Biden is giving them their advice. But to me, it's just a total shows the insanity of the Democrat Party. Like you said, I grew up in that lifestyle. So I grew up I used to even do drugs, and I was around people. So I know firsthand the devastating effects. There's just even to whole families, even kids growing up with their parents on drugs. I've seen people that overdosed, all of that. So what's next? Are they going to offer to give them crack too next? That's going to be next on their agenda. Like, it's totally insanity. That's like a person wanting to commit suicide, and yet we enable them by giving them the bullets. I mean, they have the gun and all that, but then we enable them to give them the bullets to commit suicide. It's just totally insanity, and it just shows how out of touch and, frankly, how nuts the Democrat Party. They're not even, like I said, they're not even the same party as 5 years ago. They're just totally left wing, way out. Like, I'm ashamed to say I was ever a Democrat at this point.
Because you
have total joke.
Yeah, and because you have this experience of being in a gang, getting out of a gang, there's so much concern about young people today falling through the cracks and what the pandemic has done to kids who weren't in school. Globally, we know a lot of cartels have used this as a way to recruit kids. But are you worried about these children who have been out of school, who've fallen behind now and don't have any hope, and perhaps could be susceptible to getting into a gang?
Yeah, because so many are depressed.
Hobo chili recipe, you being very insensitive. The reason it's done close to the door is because it's wheelchair accessible. Come on, hobo chili recipe. Get your mind out the gutter. Unbelievable.
Everything. This is supposed to be like the greatest time in their lives for young people. You know what I mean? Everybody being in sports, hanging out with your friends, going to dances, and just all that kind of stuff. So it's having a devastating effect on the kids and emotions, and also the gangs are right there just recruiting terribly. Like, yes, it is very bad. And not only that, all the drugs coming over through the border and all of that, that's the main supplier to all the gangs.
Jesse, we're out of time, but there's so much more we can talk about. I know with the fentanyl coming across the border, we know you have a lot of inside stories here and people that you've helped. Lexit is the
shout out to Lexit.
You're being shadow banned on Instagram. I could not tag you today in a post. I know you know that, but your message is still getting out. Jesse Holmgren, we thank you.
She looks like a younger, what's her name, Ann Coulter? Like, she looks like Ann Coulter's daughter. She could be Ann Coulter's daughter. She had one or has one.
So much for joining us today.
Shout out to Lexit. Shout out to Lexit for kicking out the pigeon. Shout out to Lexit.
Thanks for having me on. God bless you.
God bless you.
Shout out to Lexit, ladies and gentlemen. Man, you guys, man, I'll play a video and all you guys could come up with jokes, man. Unbelievable. What kind of show you think this is? A comedy show over here? We're here to entertain people in the morning for 90 minutes on their commute to work while we talk about the news. What kind of operation you think I'm running over here? Oh man, can't put a guy in a wheelchair, man. All right, where's the story? I had this one. Crack pipes, ladies and gentlemen. Do you really look how they put it? I want you to guys see, right? I want you to see how they put this article down, right? I'm a liberal. I'm a Democrat. I'm just rolling through my screens, and right, this is the first thing I see, right? GOP outraged, not Americans, normal people outraged, citizens. GOP, right? When you see that word GOP outrage, and I'm a Democrat, right? I'm a liberal. I'm over here reading. I'm like, if the GOP is outraged, I'm for it, right? They're gonna already start defending it. They're gonna be like, oh. If the GOP hates it, that means I love it. I want it, right? Just like the Democrats wanted to defund the police. It was mostly something that they saw like the right go up against, and then the left was like, you know what? You guys hate to defund the police. We want to defund the police. So you see how they write this article, GOP outraged. So I have to already assume if the GOP hates it, I love it. GOP outrage at $30 million Biden plan. So what a leftist will tell you, a Democrat, 30 millions, we spend more on white supremacy. We spend more on oil. We spend more of that in oil. We're trying to help the people get off crack. We're trying to help the people. You're giving away free crack pipes. As fentanyl and crack and all these drugs pour in through the border, now Biden is giving you the tools to smoke it, right? Fentanyl is coming in, crack, whatever. I don't know if you mix fentanyl and crack. Now they're giving you the tools to kill yourself. What is this government doing? What is this administration doing? Free mask. Oh, we're going to talk about the mask. We haven't talked about Kathy Hochul from New York in a while. We're going to have to go to New York soon, but check this out. GOP outraged at $30 million Biden plan to fund crack pipe distribution and efforts to reduce drug harm. Conservative legislators are outraged by recent reports that a Biden administration drug harm reduction. You're not reducing anything. You're not reducing drugs. Remember this war on drugs? The war on drugs. Where is this going? Where is this war on drugs going, ladies and gentlemen? I'm sorry, I was just trying to pull up this other article over here. Program may put some of its funds towards safer smoking kids. Safer smoking kids. On Tuesday, U.S. Senator Marsha Black of Tennessee wrote to the Department of Health and Human Services expressing grave concerns that 30 million kids in public schools can't get a better lunch. Hey, good morning, LTG or Geeks Enjoy. Check them out. Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, kids can't even get chocolate milk anymore in their schools. Kids are not getting books. Kids are not getting the right education. But there's $30 million for crack pipes. You have $30 million to get people addicted to crack. Government-funded drug paraphernalia is a slap in the face to the communities and the first responders fighting against drugs flowing into our country from a wide open southern border. There we go. Ms. Blackburn wrote in her letter, if this is the president's plan to address the drug abuse, our nation is in serious trouble. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Tina. Oh yeah, Dennis Rice. No milk, but there's a meth pipe right there for you, kid. Remember we talked about the school lunches? Why do you need to eat school lunch when you can have some crack? Come on, kids, you can get some crack. My goodness, man, what is Tyrone Biggums? Remember Tyrone Biggums? Man, I'm going to see if I could get away with this. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see if I could get away with this. $3.99 crack pipes. This is where we're headed to, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see if I could get away with this. I doubt it, but so you guys remember Tyrone Biggums? Oh, I got the ad blocker, so I get that one, sir. So the controversy stems from a recent disclosed request for proposals under the harm reduction grant, part of the Biden administration's effort. All right, here we go.
Y'all tell anybody I kill you!
So he's happy. So you want people doing crack on the streets again, ladies and gentlemen, putting crack on their peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. This is what the Biden administration wants, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. They want crackheads stealing.
Here I come!
You guys got to check this out. So this is Drug Awareness Day, right? This is what the Biden administration wants. We want crackheads in your schools. giving out crack pipes to kids, telling them where to get the crack. Go down to Martinez, go down to 7th Street and ask for Martinez.
Thank you very much, teacher.
I'm not gonna play all this, Comedy Central, man. Start playing that, they end the stream right away. So that's what we're gonna start. You know what's funny, right? I talk about a news article, and there's a movie scene for it. There's a TV show scene for it. You think we're living in we are in a clown world, clown America, clown state, clown city. And the joke has already been made. Everything Biden is doing, everything the Democrats do, the joke has been made already. If there was a real comedian out there making jokes, man, you know all the jokes you could come up with. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I'm funny. All I have to do is just read these articles, and you guys will start laughing like it's a joke. All I gotta start doing is read headlines, and I'll be funny like Seinfeld in the 90s, 94, in the mid 90s. Not the new special he does. I don't get his humor. A description. Oh, we finished that one then. I think we're done with crack, right, ladies and gentlemen? I think we talked enough crack. Speaking of crack,
We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
we're gonna stick to Biden before we go to New York, ladies and gentlemen. Where is Kamala Harris, ladies and gentlemen? Where is Kamala Harris, ladies and gentlemen? Has anybody seen Kamala Harris? Oh, I found a new. Oh, we played this one yesterday. Oh, we played. No, we didn't. She just sounds like she's crying again.
That is why this day of action is so important. Millions of families have used their monthly.
She has different shoulder pads on today. Remember yesterday? We know it's a different video by her shoulder pads. You know, Kamala has no style. She's always she's horrible. Horrible.
Child tax credit, CTC, check, to put food on the table, to save for college.
Why are they always saying CTC, NCAA, NCAACP, yeah, you know me, OPP, CPC, all these, what are these? What are we talking emoji now? We're talking text, LOL, FYI. Nobody could say the words. What the hell is a CTC check? What is this? Counter-terrorist checks? I don't know. What's a CTC check? Children taxation credit? Oh, I don't. Oh my,
to cover used their monthly.
Oh, my bad. Child tax credit. Oh, all right. We learned something new. Child tax credit. All right. What the hell is CTC? You guys speak like you're texting me. I'm watching you. You're talking. Don't talk to me like this. Or are you gonna start putting emojis now? What are you, a pigeon?
Child tax credit, CTC, check, to put food on the table, to save for college.
Why is she gonna cry?
Daily expenses, and to pay down debt. That is why this day of action is so important. If you are eligible for either of these credits, or even if you...
They don't speak from the White House. They have to have their own studio. Are these people not allowed to be in the White House? I guess other people are probably running the White House and working. And then Kamala and Biden have to do it from this studio. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Right? When Trump was always at his desk. Right? We never seen Biden at the Oval Office. When was the last time we saw Biden in the Oval Office speaking? They don't let him in the Oval Office? What, is he going to crap all over the place? He's going to be like Poppy from Seinfeld and piss on the damn. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, there's so many TV shows we could reference. He's going to be like Poppy on the sofa. This Oh man, they're gonna copyright my video today. I got copyright my video today. Uh, they're gonna remember this scene from I've been watching Seinfeld again. I'm doing the second time around. This is Joe Biden in the Oval Office. I think this is what happened with Biden, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna skip around. This is Biden.
If you just give me my money, I'll be on my way.
Okay, I'll get it.
Look at Biden. Biden is gonna sit down in the Oval Office. Look at Biden sitting down. Look at Biden sitting down in the Oval Office. This Biden talking to like Russia's president. So here's Biden, right? Biden is sitting down. I think this is what happened with Biden in the Oval Office. Biden was sitting down in that sofa, and this is what Biden did in the Oval Office.
My mother.
There you go. Anyway, I'm sorry again about
The what?
So right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's what Biden did in the Oval Office. Let me get myself out of here. That's what Biden did in the Oval Office right there. Look, took a piss on the sofa like Poppy. And then that's what Biden does. Biden is always pissing all over the White House. That's why they don't allow Biden in the White House. He can't sit on the same bed where Abraham Lincoln slept on. He can't sit down in the same chair where Ronald Reagan sat in. He can't sit. Those are artifacts. He's always pissing all over the White House that they got to put Biden somewhere else. Not even newspaper, man. They're on the movie set. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's one of the reasons why they don't have Joe Biden in the White House, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to Kamala Harris. Let's go back to Kamala, ladies and gentlemen.
We did it. We did it, Joe. You're going to be the next president of the United States.
For college, to cover daily expenses, and to pay down debt. That is why this day of action is so important. If you are eligible for either of these credits, or even if you think you might be eligible, please go to the following website, childtaxcredit.gov. childtaxcredit.gov. It is a quick and easy way to check whether you qualify. And if you qualify, all you need to do to receive benefits is to file your taxes. Now, one more important note. If you are one of the more than 30 million families who have already received the child tax credit,
You ain't getting
you
none.
still need to file your taxes. So that is the only way to receive the second half of what you are owed. Millions of families have used.
So, ladies and gentlemen, remember we played yesterday. The government will be doing the taxes for you, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, it's getting too sunny in.
It's enough to get me to the boiling point.
Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of the boiling point right now, if you're living in New York City, if you have Con Edison, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you, ladies and gentlemen. If you live in New York City, they're going to be raising your electricity bill, ladies and gentlemen. If things aren't getting expensive enough, $4 a gallon of gas, $5 a gallon of gas if you get the expensive stuff. Con Edison is going to be raising your electric bills, ladies and gentlemen. In New York, you have no option but to take Con Edison. Con Edison is the only one raising the prices. And you know why they're raising it, ladies and gentlemen? This is their excuse to protect the environment, greenhouse effects. So we got to raise the prices to make the air cleaner. We got to raise the prices of electricity so we can save the planet. In the name of saving the planet, in the name of Captain America, or no, in the name of Captain Planet, he's our hero. Something, 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 you all to zero. That's in the name of Captain Planet, ladies and gentlemen.
by 11.2%. Con Ed also hoping to raise the price of gas by 18.2%. This would start in 2023. Con Ed says the price hikes are needed to fund infrastructure upgrades and investments in
infrastructure upgrades, investment in clean energy, ladies and gentlemen. Clean energy. We got to charge you more so we can invest in clean energy. 11% is nothing. Have you been to pay sales taxes? $100 bill, 11%. What is that? Like $12? $12 extra a month adds up. That's like $150 extra a month. That's nothing. 150 is something. That's half a car payment. So, ladies and gentlemen, little by little, your food is expensive, your gas is expensive, your electricity is expensive, rent is getting expensive. And it's only been a year of Biden. Right now, we're on survival mode, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the mode. We have to survive this. We got to ride this out. We got to survive this. Everything these Democrats are doing, election time. I don't know if anything's going to be fixed by election time, midterms, 2024. Who knows, right? But we have to find a way to survive this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the good thing is you have all the Republicans coming out, and you have some Democrats too, because the midterms are coming up. Representative Tom Suozzi blasts unreasonable Con Ed rate hikes as up to 19%. Long Island Representative Twan Suozzi. Long Island Representative Twan Suozzi is blasting Con Edison for its unreasonable plans to hike utility bills for its 3.5 million customers in New York metropolitan area by as much as 19% next year. So I think in an average, they probably charge, I'll go with $200 a month for electricity. I think an average New Yorker pays about $100 a month. Why am I making average? So somebody says, how much is everyone Con Edison bill 2 years ago? You got 130. I would say $100 per apartment. I would say about 100. Somebody said 120, one bedroom, central air. About a 120. I just finished paying $86 for my electricity last month. It's because I had the heat on every day. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, things are getting expensive. I mean, what are we gonna do? Right? We gotta survive this, right? Because these idiots are saying, "Oh, we need green energy, green energy, green what? What green energy?" Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button. To Con Edison, ladies and gentlemen, isn't Con Edison the inventor of electricity, or did he steal it from Tesla? I don't remember. I don't know if he was the one that stole it or created it. Right? Anybody in the chat? No, I don't know. I'm a big. All right, here we go. So Tom Suozzi. I think we're done with these guys. Let's go check out some headlines in the New York Post, ladies and gentlemen. Florida father kills kids 12 and 9 in horrifying murder-suicide. A Florida man fatally shot 2 of his children before turning the gun on himself during a domestic dispute in Miami suburbs on Tuesday. Unbelievable, man. All right, Florida father. A Florida man fatally shot 2 of his children before turning the gun on himself. That's sad, man. The man killed his 12-year-old daughter and 9-year-old son around 9:30 p.m. Miami Lakes. The suicidal killer spared his wife, who was home during the incident. So I think he did it to make her suffer. He spared oh my gosh, she's gonna suffer. Oh man, this is crap. That's sad, ladies and gentlemen. Like, don't take yourself out. Don't take the kids with you. What's wrong with you, man? Peloton fitness fallout. Peloton cancels planned $400 million Ohio factory in frantic cost-cutting bid. Also, here we got somebody stealing from Trader Joe's. Here we go. Man steals from Trader Joe's in East Village. So let's go to New York City, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you pay for any of that? Yep. You did? Yep. You got a receipt? Yep. How come they were chasing you then?
They wanted the basket.
What?
They wanted the basket.
Oh, they wanted the basket.
Yep.
Okay. Those two guys were chasing you from the store. They said you didn't pay for any of it. Why are you stealing it?
Because of homeless.
What?
Because of homeless.
For the homeless? What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? You're going to eat? You got more you took in there?
How far, Noel? Hold on, Noel. I'll give you a bag, Noel.
Yo, he stole the garbage bag, yo. Well, we're gonna watch this again, ladies.
Those two guys were chasing.
This is one of the most New York videos I've seen in a while. This is, yo, my man, what you doing, my mans? This is one of the most New York videos I've seen in a while. Get this homosexual stuff out of here. What is this? Get out of here. Well, we got to go back to this video, ladies and gentlemen. I got to play this video again. That is one of the most New York things I've seen in a while. My man, yo, what you doing, my mans, yo? So the guy steals the hamburgers, right? And then he just puts it in a garbage bag that this guy is sweeping up. Also, look, these are the Trader Joe employees. They can't do nothing about it. This is the Trader Joe's at 14th Street in Manhattan. Yeah, East Village, 14th Street, yep. So these are the Trader Joe's with the Hawaiian shirts. You really can't do anything about it. He's stealing all that meat. That's probably like $10 a thing. So now Trader Joe's is getting robbed. All these liberal stores, Whole Foods. If these idiots are going to go to Whole Foods, so Amazon could feel it. So Amazon could probably start doing something about it. Don't steal from the mom and pop shops. Go for the Whole Foods, man. Like, so look at Trader Joe's. They don't do nothing about it. I'm not encouraging that. I'm just saying, like, if these idiots, like, spare the mom and pop shops, you know, they already shut down the Rite Aids. You know, people, like, in New York, you could go to the bodega, you could go to the pharmacy. The bodegas are getting robbed. They're shutting down. The pharmacies are getting robbed. They're already shutting down. The supermarkets, what's next? Why would you live in a city that everything is getting robbed? Your food is only going to get expensive. You, on the way to the supermarket, you might get robbed. As the supermarket is getting robbed, you might get robbed in New York City. You might get shot in New York City. You might get stabbed in New York City. You might get pushed onto the train tracks in New York City. If you don't believe me that it's dangerous taking the train, ladies and gentlemen, people are getting pushed onto the train tracks every day in New York, almost every day in New York City. Don't believe me?
This is what's going on. It's bad out here. People want to push people in the train. It ain't gonna happen to me. So, I got my own train, and this is what I do. I wait for the train like this, and until the train don't come, I stay right here. There ain't nobody pushing me. The train comes, put the key, and that's it. And I'm going on the train. Boom.
I like that. Boom. One more time. Let's watch this. There's a guy stealing from Trader Joe's. Look how helpless these two employees are, man. Like, as an employee, and this is happening, and you can't do nothing about it. Like, this is really helpless. Oh, across the street, ladies and gentlemen, is the projects. All of these are projects, actually. So there's going to be a lot of theft here with the projects here. I like the cameraman going up to him.
Did you pay for any of that?
Yep.
You did?
Yep.
You got a receipt?
Yep.
How come they were chasing you then?
They wanted the basket.
What?
They wanted the basket.
Oh, they wanted the basket.
Yep.
Okay. Those two guys were chasing you from the store. They said you didn't pay for any of it. Why are you stealing it?
Because of homeless.
What?
Because of homeless.
For the homeless? What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? You're going to eat?
You're the guy cleaning. This guy's cleaning.
You got more you took in there?
My fault, Noel. Hold on, Noel.
He said, "My fault, Noel." So he knows these people. He's from the neighborhood. He's like, "My fault, Noel." So he knows. He knows. He should have just took that box over here. If he was smart, let me see if he could have took the box.
I'll give you a bag, Noel.
Yeah. You got more you took in there?
See, he should have put it in the box. Oh my God, what's wrong with my eyes? He said, "My bad, Noel."
My fault, Noel. Hold on, Noel. I don't give a damn. I'll give you a bag, Noel.
I don't give a damn, yo. What the hell happened to my eyes? Oh man. The suspect is now wanted by the suspect is now wanted by cops. Was at the grocery store East 14th Street location 8:30 a.m. when 10 packages of meat, two helpless Trader Joe's staffers had followed the man up the escalators leading to the store's exit, but only stopped him from taking his shopping basket outside, not the meat. The video shows. This is basically just telling us not to do anything. Just let them go, a Trader Joe worker who spoke to the conditions of anonymity later explained to the Post, we get in trouble if we do anything. It don't bother me. I've been working here for 2 years. I see it happen every day. After a while, you just don't care. Why work in a place where they could just rob from you? Ladies and gentlemen, it don't bother me. If I worked in a store and somebody stole from me, it would bother me. It would bother me. It doesn't have to be my business. I could work in that store, but if somebody stole, it would bother me. And not be able to do something about it, that's unacceptable. This is the world that we live in, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Trader Joe. And you know who shops at Trader Joe? Liberals. Liberals shop at Trader Joe's. Hamburglar. Shoplifter walks out with store with 10 damn, he made it to the front page. Talk about making it to going viral. He made it. The crime is up 72 of 77 NY police precincts. And I bet you the 5 precincts where crime is not up, it's in the Jewish neighborhoods. That's Riverdale, the upper west side of Manhattan, and probably like a couple of parts in Queens. Other than that, the rest of New York is full of crime. So he put it in the trash bag. This is a good video. Shout out to the person who recorded this, man. They got a good camera. Finally, we see a video that. So the cops get there late. Nothing much you can do about it, boys. Crime is legal in New York. Didn't you forget that? Sirius XM host cites cancel culture as a reason for his firing. Let's check this out real quick. Who's this guy? Mark Lyle was fired by Sirius XM over comments that many found sexist. Mark Lyle, the Sirius XM golf analyst, was fired for ripping the WNBA. I mean, if you say something about the WNBA, he must have been saying something funny. And I would like to hear it now. In a way to glorify women's golf, I made a comparison by comparing it to another sport that maybe isn't so successful. Now, as I look back on it, it was a hurtful thing. I mean, when somebody else gets canceled, you can't say nothing on the air. I'm probably going to get canceled one day for saying something. We played this video yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Remember we played this video yesterday? So they caught the guy. So he hit the lady with a bat. So he's a homeless Seattle man. This piece of garbage from Seattle went all the way to New York to hit this woman. Video shows homeless Seattle man beat woman with bat in random attack. Okay, this was Seattle, Washington. We played this video. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I rarely curse on the show, but wow. Can you imagine just walking down the street and being hit over the head with a baseball bat? Oh no. This could be your mother, your sister, your daughter, your grandma, anybody, your brother, your sister, your father. What kind of a society are we living in now? When you could be walking down the street and get hit over the head with a bat. We didn't play this. I think we did play this one before. But not like with a bat. And Joe Biden wants to give out free crack pipes, right? Joe Biden wants to give out free crack pipes, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we're at in America. This is where we're at that I'm crying. Damn, what the hell happened to my eyes? Is that the sun? The sun is very bright, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez, man, this I had to put the shades down, and I think it's that sun glare is just burning my eyes. Oh, jeez. So the homeless man brutally beat a woman with a baseball bat during a random attack as she walked home. Now ring video shows. Sorry, I wasn't playing. Juantez Hamel Toulouse, 31, who lives in the transitional housing, was charged Friday in a ferocious attack that was caught on surveillance footage in Seattle's Belltown section. Could grip a bat with both hands and attack the woman. What happened to the woman? Is she okay? So this is him, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. What a great member of society, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this guy. You could play checkers on his neck. Oh, he got the Louis Vuitton. He got the Louis Vuitton logo on his face. What is he, like he's a purse? Juantez Jamel Toulouse was charged on Friday, and I bet you he's out free right now. So what happened to the lady? What's going on with the ladies? Investigators were able to track him down due to his distinctive facial tattoos. What an idiot. Toulouse remained jailed Wednesday at Kings County Correctional Facility on a $150,000 bail. George Soros is probably going to pay for that. Online records show it's unclear if he hired an attorney. Okay, what happened to the lady? He has a long history, including 2 domestic violence convictions in 2013 and another for his first-degree robbery in 2009. So, ladies and gentlemen, instead of these people being in jail, they're walking the streets. They're walking the same streets you and I are. I don't walk the streets, though. I drive my car. That's why I'm happy. I don't have to walk, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have to walk anywhere. I can just drive. And I'm protected. I have my Second Amendment, ladies and gentlemen. I have my car and my Second Amendment, so I feel better now. This is sad, ladies and gentlemen. This is sad, folks. What kind of America are we living in? Is this the America you want your kids growing up in? You know, the only people that could fix this country is Gen Z, ladies and gentlemen. Those new kids being born, Gen Z, those young kids of 10, 14, 15-year-olds right now, they're going to be able to vote in 3 years. That's the future now. The boomers failed us. I think we failed as a generation too. As a Gen Z, did I get that one right? Gen Z is the kids now, right? It's up to them to fix this, ladies and gentlemen. If they get brainwashed with this stuff, we're doomed. I think we're probably gonna go through like another 20 years of this. I'm not trying to black people. I'm just saying this is gonna take like 20 years to fix, 30, 40 years probably to fix. Oh man. Remember how we talked about the divorce rates happening in the 70s, like in the late 60s, 70s? 50 years of 50% of divorce rates, right? Look Look where we at after 50 years. So this is probably going to take another 50 years to fix, but it has to take a generation to do something about it. Like people like Biden, the boomers like Biden, Pelosi, they're just destroying America on their way out, right? You got Biden, Pelosi, Schumer. You got all these old white folks that hate America, hate white people. That are using blacks, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, all these old folks, right? All these old boomers in Washington destroying America. Then you got idiots in my generation like AOC doing the same thing, ruining it. So it's going to take the new generation, ladies and gentlemen. Boomers failed us, man. Boomers set us up for failures. They took the Social Security. They took the Brady Bunch. They took the fast life. They took it. They took it, man. Shout out to the boomers. And hopefully the new generation fixes it, man. Oh yeah, 12 pack. I know what you have. I think me too, man. There's a solution for everything, but ladies and gentlemen, someone I have not spoken about all year. Since last year, I have not spoken about Senor Bauchi, ladies and gentlemen. But before we go there, I want to go to this page, RNC Research. They have a lot of great clips to go over. So we saw the Kamala Harris speech, right?
The child tax credit when Manchin says BDB is done. Can you give us, Vice President Harris, how will the administration pass the child tax credit when Manchin says? Vice President Harris, how will the administration pass?
Look at that look on her face, like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Look at that face. Walking away from reporters, ladies and gentlemen. Dennis, what are you guys talking about? What the solution, man? You guys in the solution, and the NBA Finals. I'm gonna watch the NBA Finals. That's a good solution. The NBA Finals. I hope that the Bulls make it to the NBA Finals. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you guys are talking about in the chat, man, but keep commenting in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Keep commenting. Look at that. Look at her walking away with her pancake ass. Look at her walking away. Disrespectful. Ladies and gentlemen. And the lady that was speaking, I think, is a person of color. If you were, let's say, a BET reporter or one of these Hot 97 reporters asking Kamala a question and she just walked away from you like that, disrespectful, man, I think Kamala time is over. This is very disrespectful, just walking away. This is like somebody hanging up on you as you're speaking, as you're explaining your point to somebody, and they just hang up on you.
When Manchin says BDB is done, can you give us any updates on the Supreme Court process?
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this White House thinks of you. They'll put these stupid pictures up of the school bus and the kids. We'll put up this nurse and the kids. Look at this fake, phony Fugazi. Fake Fugazi set. Fake and Fugazi administration. Fake and Fugazi Biden, man. These people are fake, man. Bunch of frauds, man. Bunch of frauds. What can you do with all these frauds, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, so Kathy Hochul, and, we talked about Kathy Hochul. Let me play this part. So they're about to unmask the kids. All the mask mandates are about to be over. A lot of governors are going back to normal, like Florida and Texas.
What Dr. McBride just told us about masks not particularly being effective for children. What's the argument against taking off masks in schools?
Well, the argument is that let me just say this. I am in favor of an off-ramp on masks.
Right.
The real issue becomes, is the spread low enough so that there's no dissemination or transmission in schools? And it's not the teachers transmitting to kids. It's more kids, particularly in elementary schools right now. And so the question really becomes, do we have, that's why I like what Massachusetts has done, because what they've said is that on a school-by-school basis, they said if there's 80%.
Why does this guy need all these pens and highlighters on his desk? Is he writing something?
And vaccination rates, then those schools can lift the mandates.
With Dr. McBride.
I like what he's doing. He got the New York Post right next to him. I like that. I'm a newspaper kind of guy. I miss the newspapers. I wish I could get a newspaper every morning, actually. So, ladies and gentlemen, right? We're going to go to Fauci next, but check this out. We haven't talked about Kathy Hochul in a while. Let's go back to New York for a second. Kathy Hochul expected to lift business mask mandates. Wait on decision for NYC schools. So we have vaxxed and waxed. Kathy Hochul.
I'm vaxxed, I'm waxed, and I'm back in action.
Kathy Hochul is a vaxxed and waxed grandma, ladies and gentlemen. That is her theme song now. She's vaxxed and waxed. She is that grandma right there, ladies and gentlemen. So she's going to lift because she's doing what the cool governors are doing. All the cool governors are like, oh, mask mandates are over. Who cares? But you know who's still mad about this? Who doesn't want this to happen? Who does not want to lose their power? His truly, Dr. Antonio Fauci. Hey.
To keep the indoor environment.
First of all, do you like that? Proof of vaccination in public settings, and do you think it needs to continue?
Well, you know, each individual jurisdiction, in this case, Chicago, has made that determination. I believe that is one of the important ways.
We need to stop saying that. I believe. What are you, Martin Luther King? We need to stop talking like I feel like, I believe. I believe, I feel like. We need to take that away. Anytime somebody starts a sentence that way, I believe. I don't care what you believe. Tell me what's going on. I don't care what you believe. You believe in Peter Pan, you believe in Make-A-Wish. I don't care what you believe in. Tell me what it is, not what you believe. I believe I can fly. What are you, R. Kelly? You pedal. Anyways, let's get
ways to keep the indoor environment safe. So when the authorities in Chicago make that decision, I support it.
First of all, do you like that?
There's a bunch of Fauci clips. I want to play one clip.
What do you think about the possibility we're going to be able to lift?
Well, certainly there will come a time, hopefully, rather than later, when we will be able to lift the mask mandate in general, including to schools, but we're not there yet.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, this guy is always saying that. We're not there yet. When are we going to be there? When are we going to get there?
Masks, or do you think that by then, by baseball season, will masks be a thing that we don't have to worry about?
Again, I'm not going to give you, you're trying to back me into that mask situation. You're doing a good job. Congratulations.
That's his job, you idiot.
I look forward to the beginning of the baseball season, whether you're wearing a mask or not. One of the great pastimes in America. I'm looking forward to it.
What do you think? Are people going to be showing?
So you have the governor's lifting the mask mandates. We got this one. We got this one out of the way early today, right? Biden administration to fund programs to hand out crack pipes. You see this meme right here, right? How do I change the subject to Hunter Biden? You see, when you want to go to Twitter, if the GOP hates it, Twitter loves it. Republicans, you see? You go on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, you look at this stuff, and they go after Trump. They don't care about this. They don't care that Biden's going to hand out crack pipes. Look at the liberals on Twitter. They're like, oh, Republicans are evil. Republicans are evil. Mitch McConnell, you see? Oh. These. I forgot. We forgot to play this yesterday. Stacey Abrams, right? She took this picture. I forgot to show you this on Monday, actually.
If there's a mask mandate, and especially if...
So look at Stacey Abrams, right? With her gap teeth. She's taking up the space of like 5 kids. All the kids have a mask on, except for this. She should be the one with the mask on, right? And study shows, right? People dying of COVID are usually the obese ones, right? The people with underlying conditions, people that are big. Who else is big in this picture? Why are all the kids wearing masks? And this full-figured woman, right? She's a woman, right? Governor Stacey Abrams. Governor. Woo! She's the governor just as much as the pigeon is going to be in Congress, man.
If you put the mask mandate in.
Representative Elisa Slotkin. She takes the mask off. Everybody else puts the mask on. The narcissism right here, right? Makes you wonder why a lot of people run for Congress, right? These narcissists in Congress. I'm starting to think people that run for office are very narcissistic, right?
Especially,
and they lose, right? The ones that run for office and lose are some of the narcissistic people. You have to be a narcissist to run for office.
You put the mask mandate in place. Wear a damn mask.
Jamal Bowen, he's from Manhattan, he's from New York. He just got elected this year. He just got elected. Look, they take off the mask, but everybody else got to put on the mask like servants.
She's in first grade, and in kindergarten, she was wearing a mask all year.
Creating psychological warfare.
Those kinds of things are hard as a mom, hard to watch.
Oh, they're going too fast here. Come on, slow it down a bit. London Breed, Nancy Pelosi, Jill Biden. Why is she always wearing these stupid dresses, man? Like, she takes like a tablecloth and makes a dress. I hate her. I'm not gonna say hate. Hate is a bad word. She's just corny. She's just corny. Why yellow shoes? Hey, didn't she wear the same things yesterday? The same yellow shoes. What is she? Freaking Alice in the Wonderland or Willy Wonka? Which one is? Oh no, it's the red shoes. My bad. It's not yellow shoes. It's the yellow brick road and the red shoes. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. Alice Cooper, Dr. Jill. Yeah. My bad. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Jill Biden is tacky and corny. Look at Dr. Jill Biden. This is corny, man. Who dresses? She's dressed like the tree. This is. What are you, lady? What are you, doctor? What kind of doctor are you? You're no doctor of fashion, I can tell you that much.
Those kinds of things.
Oh, AOC. What's AOC? All Out Crazy. Look at All Out Crazy. She's wearing that stupid dress, tax the rich. Everybody got a mask on.
Kinds of things are hard as a mom, hard to watch.
Grassetti, DC Major, Muriel Bauer. Oh, look at Dave Chappelle. These people love to be celebrities, these mayors. They love being a celebrity. Governor Gavin Newsom. Democrats don't care. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen. Democrats don't care. They say they care. They attack the villain. They attack the opposition, and they lie. They attack the opposition and lie. They vilify the opposition and lie. Who does that remind you of? Doesn't that remind you of the pigeon? Right? Always attacking. Never speaks about the plans, never fixes anything, right? The Democrats never fix anything. They never fix the border. They never fix the schools. They never help black people. They never do anything. They say they're going to do it, right? Like the pigeon likes to say, I got a lot of work to do. The Democrats are like, we're too busy. We're too busy working. Working on what? Destroying America? Democrats are nothing but a bunch of pigeons. Pigeons, Democrats go hand in hand, right? A pigeon is nothing but a Democrat, a fat bird just sitting around waiting for the government to come around with some bread or some rice to spread it around. That's what Democrats do, right? Democrats treat people like pigeons. They come around with a bag of rice or the old 3D old stale bread, feed it to the pigeons. They feed you old rice. They feed you leftovers, right? That's the government. I have that video. I have that video actually. Right? That's how the Democrats think of us, and the Democrats are in power. So why elect more pigeons into office, ladies and gentlemen? Unbelievable, these pigeons. These Democratic pigeons. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you. Stacey Abrams.
Governor of Georgia. COVID hygiene is going to be a point. Do you think it's time to lift these mask requirements in schools? Would you lift them if you were governor of Georgia? COVID hygiene is going to be a point of debate.
COVID hygiene? What the hell? What? I guess this is a new buzzword for 2022. COVID hygiene.
For a very long time, and we can only follow the science and follow our circumstances. Unfortunately, in Georgia,
is this how she really speaks? Sound like not Sylvester Stallone, the cat, Sylvester the cat,
and follow our
suffering. Damn, I'm like spitting all over my computer screen over here. Can you imagine the waterworks that come out of her mouth when she speaks? Through that gap? Jeez, man. Is that gap going to be at the Super Bowl?
COVID hygiene is going to be a point of debate for a very long time, and we can only follow the science and follow our circumstances. Unfortunately, in Georgia, we're not at a place where...
I'm sorry, Stacey Abrams. Just by looking at you, I do not trust your hygienes. You remind me a lot of Lizzo. I'm sorry. I just think of Lizzo when I see you.
Conversation is ready because
and please stop smiling. Oh man, she's not even smiling.
Have one of the lowest vaccination rates in the country. We have 40% of our counties without.
Say it, don't spray it. I forgot about that one.
General pediatricians, and we've refused to expand Medicaid, so many families don't have access to health care. I believe that our job is to protect children, and I know that educators.
Shout out to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I encourage you to comment. I don't want to be like, just say jokes. I like jokes, man. I like to laugh.
Parents have to balance protection and education, and that is a complicated issue. I think each governor has to evaluate what's happening where they are.
You know when I laugh when something is funny and it's something I didn't come up with. Like, damn, why didn't I come up with that? And I laugh. I'm like, oh man, that's funny. I should have came up with, anyways.
We have to look to the CDC. Do you think it's...
I'm sorry, man. Just get away, man. Again? Oh, this is about the picture.
I took the mask off because I was speaking remotely to 2 other classrooms and wanted all of them to hear me. I took the mask off because I was speaking remotely to 2 other classrooms and wanted all of them to hear me.
Nobody wants to hear. You should have just kept the mask on. Oh, okay, so this is
that masking children in schools makes a significant difference in transmission in.
So, ladies and gentlemen, a group of doctors urging a return to normalcy for schools. COVID poses very little threats or serious disease for students in highly vaccinated communities. COVID is a flu-like risk for unvaccinated children. It's just like the flu. Extraordinary measures in schools are not justified. Teachers remain well protected by vaccination, with boosters important in older age groups. So the kids, take them off the kids.
Schools. We also know right now that everyone over the age of 5 has widespread ability to get vaccinated, that vaccines are the way to take the claws and the fangs away.
Children experience an alarming level of anxiety, depression, eating disorder, and suspected suicide attempts with these masks on. We kind of touched up on this, ladies and gentlemen, a few episodes back, I think last year. The suicide rate, the kids' mentality, right? Kids are not being able to go to prom for that couple of years. Let's say you have a crush on somebody, they're wearing a mask, you can't see their face, their smile. You guys remember when you were in high school, you always wanted that, you had that girlfriend or boyfriend that you would just go to school to be by your locker holding your books and watch them smile as they move their hair back and forth, slow motion. You guys remember that. Kids need to be kids. Do you remember when you were a kid, right? We were all free playing in mud. I don't know playing in mud, but we were getting sick. We were coughing on each other. Yeah, coughing on your hand, sneezing on your hand as a kid, and playing with. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, we remember that. But that's when you start building your immune system as a young child, and you get ready for it. Global analysis found that depressive and anxiety symptoms doubled during the pandemic. Depressive, you can't see your friends, you can't do things. ER visits for suspected suicide attempts in young girls increased 51% in early 2021. Studies of eating disorder hospitalization found a 120% increase.
Away from the virus and turn it into a more manageable disease, that kids face a much lower risk.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember we were just speaking about Gen Z. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button and hit the little bell notification. We just talked about Gen Z, right? They're the Gen Z or Gen A, the young kids, right? These kids right here. They're the future. They're the ones that are going to fix all this, hopefully. But look, they're being brainwashed. They're being sedated. They're being put a mask on. They're being destroyed. This is sad. Kids, oh man.
From COVID than adults do. And with Omicron receding, in a patchwork fashion around the country, it's really time to start lifting mitigations whose benefits are unclear at best and whose harms are mounting. We have seen, as you know, that the AAP and the Surgeon General.
All right, shut up already. You're kind of annoying me. Her voice. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Pasky. We got time for Pasky?
COVID-19 rapid tests you've received from
the lady before reminded me a lot of Pasky. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it was Pasky. This is Pasky. She has she looks like death. She's dressed in black. She's very pale. She looks like she's balding already. Her hair looks thinner. She looks like she's balding. She's very stressed out. Her eyes are very black. She looks, it's been a year of this. She has aged a lot. She's aging like milk.
Provide free testing.
Have been sent out.
Received to you and then sent out to Americans.
Sure. I know there's a COVID.
Sometimes I feel like she's the one running this country. I don't know. She even though she doesn't answer anything, that's why I know she's running this country, because she doesn't know anything. I think she's the real president, maybe. I don't know, conspiracy theorist, right? But she's always answering all the questions. She answers, I know that's her job, but she answers more questions than Joe Biden. She answers more questions than Kamala Harris. And I feel like even though she doesn't do her job, because the bar has been set so low, it looks like she's the only one working at the White House. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I feel like Peppermint Pasky. You're taking the fun out of peppermints now. Every time I have a peppermint now. Ooh. Right? I feel like she's the only one working at the White House. She's the only one that shows up and actually works and doesn't do anything. I mean, that's what you got to do at the White House. Do nothing. And ladies and gentlemen, she has kept
Russia invaded Ukraine.
She has kept her job longer than Spitzer, right? Was it not Spitzer? Sean Spicer. Right? Trump had like 4 different people. Sean Spicer, the other lady, I don't remember their names, and the good-looking one at the end. She has lasted the longest. Got to give her props too. It's been a year. They do have some time management. There's a lot of Pasky here.
Electric trucks, or Proterra, building electric to innovate.
So apparently Proterra is Joe Biden's company.
Innovative younger companies like Rivian, building electric trucks, or Proterra, building electric buses, which I saw at a virtual tour last year when I met with the CEO, went virtually. And
virtually. So you took a tour virtually. This guy over
they really impressed me.
Electric cars don't work. I think Kia and Hyundais are having recalls. Kia and Hyundais are having recalls, ladies and gentlemen. Cars are setting on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, I'm going to show you right now. This came out an hour ago. I don't know if you guys are driving around Hyundais and Kias. So all these new cars, right? I used to sell cars back in 2015, 2016. During 2016, I was selling cars, right? I used to sell Nissans. It was a cool job. I hated it, but I loved it. I learned a lot. We'll get to it tomorrow, but real quick. Hyundai's, Kias recall about 475,000 vehicles over fire risk. Ask owners to park outside. Hyundai and Kia have issued a recall for 2016 and 2018 Santa Fe's. Like I said, I used to work selling cars in 2016. One thing I noticed with the cars is they have a lot of sensors, a lot of cables, a lot of wiring, backup camera, sensors here, sensors there. If you touch the bumper the wrong way, the sensor might go off. All the little wirings, right? What happens with wiring? What happens with wiring and gasoline? Right? So now you're going to mix electric cars, right? Electric cars. Look, remember when the cell phones were blowing up? Now you have this huge battery on your car outside. Let's say you live in Texas. It's very hot, 100 and something degrees. You have a car outside with a battery under it. What do you think might happen to that battery under extreme heat? You don't think it might explode while you're charging it in the heat? Maybe you're charging it in the cold. We don't know about this, but these idiots are just producing these cars with all this technology, and now they're recalling it. The same cars I had to sell back in 2016 are being recalled now, 6 years later. We'll touch up on this more, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Comment, say good morning, say good afternoon, say see you later, legal, say whatever you want. Comment. I like to give you guys shout outs. I wouldn't be doing this show if it wasn't for you today. I saw today we got up to 50 viewers. I appreciate you guys for sharing the new viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the little bell. I'm live every morning, 7:30 a.m. But ladies and gentlemen, I might be going live again 7 in the morning. I got a new venture starting next week, so I might be doing the show a little bit earlier. So just stay tuned for that. Ladies and gentlemen, comment. I like to give you guys shout outs. Dave Wave is live. JJ Stoner, go check those guys out. I gotta head out to work. That's why I gotta start doing the show a little bit earlier. Thank you, ladies, and tune in. Comment. I like to give you guys shout outs. I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in, giving me 90 minutes of your morning. I hope I got you guys to work on time, or if you're watching me at work, which is the best, you're getting paid to watch me. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to Irrational Times for this song, Man Cave. Check out Irrational Times, link in the description to his channel. If you want to sponsor the show, Cash App, PayPal, buy me a coffee, link in the description if you'd like to help sponsor the show. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Ronnie McNuts, Recalled, Emotional, Shotgun. Shout out to Minda Hellbush. Shout out to Boca Bradley. Shout out to the lovely assistant. Shout out to Irrational Times. Shout out to CK Benzona. Shout out to Super Spurg. Shout out to Hobo Chili Recipe. Shout out to Rocket Man, Rocky Matrix. That's right. Shout out to Cheeseburger. Shout out to 12 Pack. Shout out to CK Benzona. See you later, man. Shout out to Yeti. Shout out to Swally. Shout out to CK Benzona. Shout out to Shake Sam. Shout out to Super Spurt. Shout out to Samantha 1776. You got me with the HAGZ. Have a good day. You're writing like the government now. Down at the man cave. Sometimes it gets kind of hot. Shout out to Boca Bradley. Shout out to Swally. Shout out to Mary. Shout out to Cheeseburger. Shout out to Swally. Shout out to Super Spurg. Shout out to Hobo Chili Recipe. Shout out to Swally. Shout out to Ultra Bat, Ultra Fantastico Worldwide. Shout out to Boca Bradley. Shout out to Rocket Man. Sarah Huckabee. Thank you. That's her name. Shout out to Samantha 1776. Shout out to Shake Sam. Thank you for those coffees. Shout out to Dan Snot. Shout out to Boca Bradley. Shout out to Samantha 1776. Shout out to Swally. Shout out to Ultra Bat, Ultra Fantastico Worldwide. Shout out to Tina Harnaga. Shout out to Lorraine Favela. Say it, but don't spray it. Sometimes it gets kind of hot. Now I remember that. Down at the man cave. Shout out to 12 Pack. Shout out to the Peaceful Penguin. Shout out to Gina Gray. Thank you, Gina. Nice. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Samantha 1776. Shout out to Boca Bradley. Shout out to Shake Sim. Shout out to Lorraine Favela. Shout out to Gina Gray. Shout out to the Thirsty Drunk. Who else is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? Who else is in the chat? Shout out to Josephine Lopez. That's right. Who else is in the chat? The Man Cave. Shout out to Dance Nut. A real man like Legal Latino. Living life like Evel Knievel. Shout out to Tamale Harris. Shout out to Dennis Race. And I got everybody. Last call for a shout out. Shout out to Janet Lance. Last call, ladies and gentlemen. Last call. And at the Man Cave. Shout out to Ray or Zorko. Thank you. Last call. Shout out to Dennis. Shout out to Slander Bob, CK Benzona, Super Spurs, Desiree Conrad, Josephine Lopez. Last call. Luann Petty. Shout out to Luann Petty. I got shout out to Hakeem. Shout out to Hakeem Halajuan. Shout out to Vaxton Wax. Who am I missing? Last call, ladies and gentlemen. Last call. Shout out to Mysterious. Shout out to Blues Dog. Shout out to Julio Esparza. Shout out to Andrew Audio. Shout out to Rocket Man, Rocky Matrix. Last call, ladies and gentlemen. Last call. Did I get everybody? Last call.
I'm vaxxed. I'm waxed. And I'm back in action.
Let's hope not, man. The pigeon has already started her attacks on me already, the stupid pigeon. What can you do, man? What can you do? She's going to start spewing off a bunch of things, attacking people now. I mean, all we do is use the pigeon's own words, own videos. Shout out to Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I'm not going to put pigeon poop all over my show today on this pigeon, but I'll be back live, ladies and gentlemen, 7:30 a.m. Thank you for giving me 90 minutes of your morning commute, your time at work. I hope you guys learned a little bit something, what the hell did I used to call this? Edutainment. Learned a little bit of something with some entertainment, and we went over the news. Yes, the news is sad, but we laugh a little bit about it. Thank you. Shout out to Jesse Ventura. She does herself no favors. What's today, Wednesday? We'll see, Desiree. Tune in. Make sure you hit the little bell notification so you know when I go live, ladies and gentlemen. Take care, everybody. Take care. Have a good day, everybody. Have a great, productive Wednesday, folks. God willing, see you again live again tomorrow, 7:30.